Welcome back to another great section of this sweet and wonderful line tutorial class. Today I'm going to be explaining to you guys the topic differentiation of trig functions. Differentiation of trig functions. Trig is just abbreviation to trigonometry. So the differentiation of trigonometric functions. That's what I'm going to be looking at today. And please avoid distractions. Avoid distraction. Don't distract yourself by any means. Ensure you watch this video from the beginning to the end. It's just maybe a few minutes video, and you're going to gain a lot. Focus. Fix your eye on the video. Try your best to get what you are trying to explain. Teaching involves the teacher and the student. As I'm trying to explain to you guys, you have to try your best to understand what I'm trying to explain. So it's just garbage in, something like in, out, action, reaction. You must react as well. Your body has to react to this class in order to get what we are trying to explain in this place. Now, this course is not actually that difficult. What you have to do is to grab the rules, that's all. Grab the rules, that's all. Now, I'm going to be doing introduction to trig function, derivation of trig function. Remember, I already explained our trig functions. We are the sine, cos, and tangent. The sine, cosine, and the what? And the tangent. In our last video, we explained that. So today, we did polynomial function in our last videos. You can go and check. You know you have not watched that, because today we are doing the trig functions. How to differentiate trig functions. Please ensure you watch this video from the beginning to the end. It's very, very, very important. And this class is going to help you. Don't worry. This class is going to what? Help you a lot. It's going to help you so well, very much. It's going to be very, very helpful. So please, if we have y as a function of x, what will be the derivative or the differentiation of this y with respect to x? That's what this table is telling us. If I ask if y is a function of x, how do you differentiate that y? What are you going to have? If you have cos x, if you differentiate it, the answer will become minus sin x. That's what become minus sin x. Well, what about cos a number times x? That's ax. For example, you're going to have minus a sin ax. So generally, if you have cos a function of x, this one means a function of x. If you differentiate something like this, cos of a function of x, the answer becomes minus the f prime of that x. F prime of x means when you differentiate this function, that's the meaning. So if I say function of x is equal to this, what is the f prime of this function? The f prime of this x means differentiate the function, that's the meaning. If I say the function of x is equal to x squared, what is the f prime of this function? It means differentiate this one. Remember, the polynomial function, differentiate this, we will have 2x answer. That's the meaning of that. So f prime of x means when you differentiate the function, what are you going to have? So that is what we are going to have here. So this is the general term. If you have something like this. For sine, differentiate sine, you're going to have cos, not minus cos. Take note. If you differentiate sine as, you're going to have a cos as. So generally now, for everything that will take this shape, if you have sine of a function of x, the answer will become f prime. You differentiate that function, remember? Differentiate this one, you're going to have f prime of that function of x. The same thing, tan of x, differentiate it, you're going to have sec square x. Now, what do you mean of sec? Is sec also a trig function? Yes. Sec is coming from cos. It's coming from what? Cos. How is it coming from cos? Sec actually is cos inverse. 1 over cos x, 1 over cos x, it has sec x. That's the meaning. So we do call sec s 1 over cos s. That's the meaning of sec s. Take note of that one. It's very, very important. We also have cosec x, which is 1 over sin x. 1 over sin x. So if I want to differentiate something like this now, I can just get the derivative directly, or I will use Since I have 1 over this, I will use something like quotient rule. Since I have a function of s in the denominator, I will use quotient rule to run it. I'll have the answer. Although I can't go down, I will show you how to run up like that. It's a very simple thing. A very simple thing. So let's move on to the next. Then, differentiate time next, I'm going to have sin square s. Please take note of this. You have to take note of this. It's very important. There's also to be proving there. Then what about tan ax? What about tan ax? We're going to have a sin square as. So generally, if you have tan of a function of x, you have tangent of a function of f, differentiate it, you're going to have the f prime of that function set square of that function of s. Remember, f prime is differentiate what you have here, you're going to have this. And let's start with this. I like practical. Let's practicalize with this one now. Differentiate this one, you're going to have the first thing. Remember, I said if you have sine x, we have cos s. This one is not just sine x, we have 7 here. 7x. That's the problem, it's no problem. So what do? Can I tell you if you have sine as, this will be a cos as. Now this one is this a now is assuming 7 there. So if I have sine 7s, that will be 7 cos what? 7x. Answer. Or you can also use the general term. You say if I have sum of a function of x, that will be differentiating this function first. Then you want to differentiate this sine to have cos. Function of x. So if I differentiate this 7x, I'm going to have 7. Differentiate this sine, I'm going to have cos 7x. Come back. So look at it. 1b. If y is equal to sine, this is sine s cubed. What is y prime? What is y prime? Y prime means dy over the variable. Which dy over this variable that is here. That's y prime. Differentiate the y. That's y prime. So that will give us the first thing you do. Look at the first thing you do. We have a function of s here. This is called chain. This is called composite function. In the actual sense, you're supposed to use chain rule, but chain rule will be too long sometimes. That's why I want to teach you the short form of chain rule. So the short form will be, you will differentiate this function first. Remember, you will differentiate this function first. You have f prime of x. So if I differentiate s cubed, what am I going to have? I'm going to have 3s squared. So I'm going to have as our f prime. Remember, if y is equals to sine of a function of s, y prime is equal to this will be differentiating the s, the f prime first, then cos of that function of s. Remember that? Let's remember that. So if I differentiate this one, I'm going to have this. So this will become our f prime now, because if I differentiate this, I'll have this. Then differentiate this sine, I'm going to have cos. Then repeat that in my answer. And that's that one. 3s squared cos. Remember this polynomial function. I already showed that to differentiate polynomial. This one to multiply s to go over from the power. This is the only thing we differentiate first. Differentiate only this one first. 3 times s, 3 minus 1, you have this. You differentiate this one again, you have this. Then repeat this one back. The same thing I'm going to apply here. Differentiating s squared, I'm going to have 2x. Differentiating cos, I'm going to have minus sine. Don't put the sine inside though. Put the sine outside. Minus sine. Give this one back. S squared outside. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Or let me use what I have here. I have cos s squared because of the function of s. The function of s here. The function of s in this question now. In this question now, the function of s there is this s squared. Cos of the function of s is cos s squared. Is s squared. So if I find f prime, I'm going to have 2x. I'm going to have 2x. Remember, I have cos of the function of s. That's how we minus f prime is 2x. Sine of that function of s, which is sine s squared. So the answer will become this. So what if I have to like this? What if I have y is equal to cos 4x minus 5? So what becomes y prime? What becomes y prime? Y prime means differentiate this y. What are you going to have? So let's see what we're going to have. Let's see what we're going to have. Check it now, solve it. How we can differentiate this? This polynomial function. If you solve this one, you're going to have something like this. We're going to have minus 4 sine the function of x. This. How is the function of x is 4x minus 5. If you differentiate 4x minus 5, you're going to have differentiate 4, you're going to have 4. Differentiate minus 5, 0. 4 minus 0, 4. Differentiating this one, minus will show up for cos. That will be minus sine. If you read this function of x back, Alright, let's go back to this. Let's go to this now. Follow. If you don't know how to differentiate polynomial function, go back and watch that polynomial function videos. Then let's start this one now. In this question now, the function of s. What is the function of s here? We have tan function of s. Tan function of tan. What is the function of s? Tan x. That is the function of x. So if I now find the f prime of this one now, if I differentiate this function, what am I going to have? I'm going to have cos x. Abi? The f prime is, I tell you, if I have tan function of s, that's what become f prime sec square of that function of x. So what is the f prime of this function of s? And what is the f prime of this one? Cos s. If we put the cos s down, which is the f prime, there's sec square, that function of x, which is what? Sin x. Answer. If you look at this, the solving, you are just looking at solving erratically or randomly or in a very random way, the thing might be confusing. But if you watch it systematically, that's how a student learns. You check it systematically. How is this thing progressing? How are they actually doing it? Then you're going to follow up. This is the formula I'm using now. Check this formula. If you have tan, function of x, this one can be tan, tan. This function of x can be any function. Can be trig, exponential, parabolic, logarithmic. When we have logarithmic function, can be polynomial, can be s squared, can be s squared. The function of s here is s squared. Now the answer will become f prime means differentiate this function. Differentiate this one, I'm going to have 2x. Then that's x, you have s squared. This is the model. Then that function of s, which is what is the function of s? Which is s squared. Repeat the s squared back. This will become the answer to this. The answer. But follow, very, very important. Follow the model. Just follow the model. Alright, let's look at this question now. Look at this question. Just watch. I'll be resolving these issues we have here. Then, please, after I'm done, try and solve these two as class work. I will just solve them, but you try and solve the two as class work. I'll teach you how to solve these stuff. Let's go with this first. We have sine of the function of the 3x squared plus 8x plus 11. Remember, our function of s here is this. And this is the sine. First, you differentiate this function of s first. This front side first. Differentiate 13x squared. I'm going to have, differentiate this one, I'm going to have 26x plus, differentiate 8x, I'm going to have 8. Then, differentiate 11 not to 0. Then, differentiate cos, sine, I'm going to have cos. Then, repeat this function back. 13x squared plus 8x plus 11. Answer. There's no two ways about it. That's the answer. What if you look for? Look at it. Yeah? The function of s is this. Yeah? This one become f prime of s. This one is something like sine of function of x. That is something like that. This one become f prime of x cos the function of x. Remember the function is this one. F prime now will be differentiating this one. You have this one. F prime cos this. Remember that's how it is. Sine of function of x is f prime of s cos function of s. F prime cos function. F prime cos function. So it become the f prime cos function. Follow up. It's very, very important. Then let's go to this. Remember for cos. For cos, I'm going to have negative sign. So you're going to have negative first, negative, then relating w square related to w. Be 2 times w, 2 minus 1 will be 2w plus related 2w, 2 if you get 2x or as, you're going to have just 2. That's what you'll be having there. Then relative 4, there's no w here. 0. Remember we have related to w. That become our variable now. Then the next one will be sine. Then you repeat the function back. W squared plus 2w plus 4. And become. So this will become, or you can factor these two sets. You have minus 2w plus 1. Factor 2, factor is out to 2. The sine w squared plus 2w plus 4. That's why this as an answer. That's how you do. You just, this one become, this one is cos of function of x. That's how become minus f prime of that function sine the same function. That is all. This is the f prime, this is sine, and this is the same function. So you must even see the f prime means differentiate the function. That's the meaning. So Please ensure you follow. So do this for now as classwork. Let's see what you can do. Just try and do it. Just try and do it. Try and do it. The next few minutes, just try and do it. And see if you can get the answer. Pause the video first, do them. Don't watch the video. Pause the video first, do them as classwork. Then play the video again to check if you can get the answer. So the answer of this one now becomes, this is going to become something like minus 9x cos x. In which this one is sine f prime. This is the f prime, this is the sine. This one become f prime. This is f of x. So something like sine f of s. This one become f prime first. What is f prime? Differentiate cos s. If I differentiate cos s, this one will be minus sine s. So now after I differentiate this one, I'm going to have minus sine s. Then the next, now remember, I have f prime which is minus sine s. Cos that same function. Cos, what is the function? Cos s. Use cos s. Don't say the thing is ugly. It's not ugly. That is the answer. That is the answer. So this one, what about this? What are we going to have there? We'll solve that one here. Let's solve that one here. So I make one of the move have there. We have so many functions there. So look at what you're going to do. If you want to solve that. That is just introduction. That is somehow complex one. But just, it's a very simple thing. You can also do it. It's also done. Solvable. So let's like this. What you do, you start from this end. That's where you start from. You start differentiating from that end. Differentiate them one after the other. One after the other. If you differentiate 6x, we have 6. Write that one down. If you differentiate cos x, differentiate cos, we're going to have minus sine. We're going to have minus sine. Now, what am I going to put here? We will put this same 6s back. So that will be sine, that will be 6x. Then, if you share this sign, after you have differentiated any one, repeat what's on the front. Just bring back what's on the front of the function you're differentiating. If you share sine, you're going to have cos. And what's at the front of that cos? What's at the front of that cos? This sine, what's at the front of this one? Cos 6s. You put that cos 6s back. Then, if you share tan, you're going to have sec squared. What's at the front of this tan? Sine, cos, you have sine, cos 6x. So this will be the final answer. Remember what you do? Start from this one. Start from this one. Differentiate this, you have 6. Differentiate this cos, you have minus sine. Then you repeat that thing in front of it back. Before you move to the next one. Differentiate this one, you have cos. Then you repeat those two things at the front of it back. Before you move to the next one now. Differentiate tan, you're going to have sec squared. You will put those things at the front, back. That's all. You are good to go. So this will be the answer to that. I'll be the answer to that. So God bless you all. You can learn more on this. Then simple cases as much you can go for. And God bless you. Ensure you don't miss our next class. And ensure all the classes you have done so far, you have watched everything. Because the more you watch, the more you will be getting stronger when it comes to this differentiation calculus. So, thank you and God bless you. Also have classes under integration. Also try and watch them. Watch everything. Watch as many you can watch. And please don't distract yourself. That is the major thing. That is the major goal. Thank you. God bless you. See you guys.